Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are reviewing Dreamcatcher's 9th mini-album, Villains. Now, I have long gushed about this group's impressive consistency, a strength partly attributable to the continued alliance between them and head producers Olander and Lees. The latter was not present on their last two comebacks, which may help to explain the tonal shift, going from Vision to Bon Voyage, but it's still largely the same group of creatives, making the magic happen behind the scenes, and that is honestly paramount in ensuring that an artist's central identity remains intact, while also being able to explore alternative genres. Dreamcatcher's intros are always magnificent, inviting us into the soundscape of the record with an enticing motif to set the tone, before injecting the ever-familiar rock elements for a jolt of energy. This My Fashion begins with a robotic interpolation of what appears to be Dami's voice, as a distorted, grimacing horn joins the fray, and a lacerating guitar riff piles on top of it all to form a belligerent maelstrom. The unthinkable has happened. Both IVE and Dreamcatcher, whom I consider two of the biggest stalwarts in the industry, have disappointed me. Oh, boo-hoo. For IVE, it was Batty, and now Dreamcatcher with this new title track, Outfit of the Day. I should have known from the use of that frivolous acronym that this would have been more on the self-indulgent and satirical side, but digging deeper, a common thread emerges. In both cases, posturing was their downfall. There's nothing really wrong with the verses in OOTD, they transition smoothly into the pre-chorus, which was an enjoyable segment. Too bad the actual hook is OOTD, this my fashion, shut up, no more questions. The production here is rock solid, however the refrain is less than ideal. It borders on an anti-drop and reminds me of Black or White in a way, except Black or White is 10 times better. It has an actual chorus, whereas here we're served up some tedious sing talk. This pretty much encapsulates my main grievance with the song, which is that they succumbed to the "look at me, I'm so cool" syndrome popularized by the Blackpinks and the idols of the world. I didn't expect or want them to go down this route, but they have. The outro is particularly insufferable, with vacuous repetitions of "I'm flawless," "I'm so gorgeous," "I'm spotless," "I'm so priceless." It's a bit on the nose, yeah? Frankly, OOTD feels more Pixie than Dreamcatcher, and that's not a knock on Pixie, but Dreamcatcher's it factor, as I've mentioned time and time again, is the strength of their melodies. No matter what stylistic excursion they plan to take, the mellifluous songwriting exists as a pleasing through line, and that's not really present on this track, causing the whole thing to come off as a bit of a mess. Judging solely from the highlight medley, this seemed like it would be the standout B-side, and it is indeed one of the better songs on this EP, thanks to the adherence to the conventional Dreamcatcher sound. Just a plain and simple punk rock track, anthemic and driven. I love how the song noticeably shifts gear in the pre-chorus, diverging into a lane of heightened intensity, and it culminates in like this call to arms, a war cry almost. The chorus is great, surging forward in all of its full-throated glory. You'll find no complaints here. I would have preferred this to be the title track, but obviously that would have elicited complaints about staleness, which I get. Structurally and thematically, it's quite similar to your Chase Me's and Good Nights. Nevertheless, this was swimmingly done. Next up, we have Shatter. When the little beeping synth entered in the verses, my mind instantly drifted to EXO's El Dorado. I mean, just take a listen. Besides that, the songs are nothing alike, and this ethereal quality doesn't last long because soon after we're hit with a subpar chorus. Overall, this was a respectable attempt at creating a formidable, noisy track, but it's ultimately inconsequential when stacked against the numerous phenomenal B-sides Dreamcatcher has delivered in the past. Last but not least, We Are Young. In a shrewd decision, this track was allocated the final position in the EP, well and truly ending it with a bang. Dreamcatcher's electronic B-sides are always fantastic. Opening the door to that sound has produced a great many highlights over the years, such as Starlight, Can't Get You Out of My Mind, and Silent Night, just to name a few. On this track, we see them harnessing that power to the maximum, and by golly is it terrific. As soon as I heard that pad sweeping in the verse, I was reminded of 2021's Whistle, which I think is flawless by the way. Few songs in recent memory have been able to rouse such a palpable atmosphere and manipulate tension and release as effectively. I thought we might have been in for a Whistle 2.0, but when the synth made its entrance, I knew this was going to be a different beast entirely. I was certainly not expecting a straight up beat drop for the chorus, but I'll gladly take it. There wasn't actually that much of a build up in anticipation of a climax this massive, which made it all the more surprising. And also it was smart of them to not completely give the centerpiece away in the album preview. We Are Young echoes Treasure's Hello with its unrelenting exuberance, plus it even has a party chorus of its own. Now this arrangement might seem like a cop-out to some people, but I myself am a sucker for this sound. I'll let you in a little secret. I hate clubs, I don't like going to parties or raves, but I love this kind of music. And obviously because Dreamcatcher's doing it, I'm being extra charitable. The girls obviously didn't skimp on delivering killer vocals to match the supercharged dynamism. Xion, Tami, and Sua absolutely tore it up in that final leg. If ever there was a song that knows how to go out on a high note, this is it. Alright, that concludes my review of Villains by Dreamcatcher, an EP involving a radically different approach to the title track, an experiment that proved underwhelming due to underutilization of the band's greatest assets, otherwise nothing too out of the ordinary. Pulled 2 awesome B-sides from the tracklist, would expect nothing less. Rating 83. That is it. Let me know what you thought of this mini album. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more great content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.